You know, if you want to pick the bottle up again and go that way, you can, because you're a free being in an infinite universe. You know, you can choose that way and you'll learn that way. Or you can choose, you know what, I'm done with that karma. What's next? And it's not like, oh, I'm finished, because every single time I finish, like I've quit smoking, drinking, sugar, coffee, you know, I might as well quit sex next, you know. It's every time then there's something else that you're going to get hit with, because you're not allowed to. Everything's the process of evolution, personal evolution and collective evolution. And the constant question is, how can I be better? How can I do better to my family, to humanity as a whole? You don't have to have that big a lofty goal, but how can I just be better bit by bit, increment by increment? If it starts with quitting smoking or stopping stealing or stopping shoplifting or stopping doing something that you know has a negative impact on your life, that's where you start, and you take baby steps towards it. I think that the end is, I don't know that there's an end, because I don't believe in enlightenment as a final stage. I think it's a verb. So it's enlightening. It's a continuous thing. There's no end to the universe, so why should there be an end to my process? But I think that we move closer, we walk closer to self by recognizing our shared identity. The illusion of the individual is just a fiction. Who you think you are isn't real. Of course, there is no such thing as England or Germany or a country. These are all just lines that we've drawn on the planet. You know, all this separation that we create and we make is all Maya, all illusion. And so I think from a Hindu perspective especially, you're walking back to the idea of our shared identity beyond the illusion of the individual. And that's the perspective I try and maintain a lot now, is if I'm talking to somebody or interacting with somebody, it's the recognition that we share a shared identity. That's compassion, ultimately. Where does it go for me in the world? Like, and how do I put that to some like positive use? I think I'm just demonstrating love as a father to my son, as a provider to my family, like in my very small way. Like my YouTube channel is really nothing. It's a big channel in some context, but I don't put it as like, oh, look at this, is amazing, I'm changing the world with this. I'm just pointing a camera at me with my family, you know, and that I get emails about, that I get comments about. People like from Singapore, some old lady in Singapore messaged me and she's like, I have nothing in my life but to watch you interact with your kid, because her children have passed away. And she said she watches it for that. So if that's the difference that I'm making with the channel in some positive way, or I inspire somebody to come and live in Thailand, or I inspire somebody to say, I'm going to quit drinking and I'm going to use the medicines that may be available to me to do that, then my mission is complete. And that kind of shit just breaks me down, man.
If you enjoyed this content, we're doing 5 clips like this a week. If you want to watch the full podcast, click here.